So we're going to start off by creating a new empty game object. We're going to name this player. After that, we're going to create a camera object. If you have one already, just drag it underneath. If you don't, like me, just create one and that's it. Now we're going to create a new capsule 3D mesh. And finally, a new empty game object. We're going to name this ground check, which will check if we're standing on something. So now we're going to reset all the positions. We're going to make sure, for example, that the camera is on top of the capsule, and we're also going to move the ground check so it has to be like at the player's feet, so as to, put it there. It's going to be checking if we're standing on something. So now we're going to create a character controller, and we're also going to be creating a custom script. You can check in the description. This is the FPS player movement. Just copy all of this code. Make sure you have the same name. If you don't have the same name, so here we're creating it. You have to have the same name. If you don't, it's not gonna work, because the code is configured to have the same name as this. So yeah, just delete all of that, copy all of the code here, and just paste it in and save. So wait for it to load. Okay, and now assign the character controller where it says controller. For the ground check, we're just going to drag in the ground check object, and here you can see, we have to set up a mask. So I already set up a ground layer. If you don't have this, you're going to want to create it. You have to create a ground layer and just set it to the component value there. Now I'm going to create a game cube. Here there's going to be like a platform where the player can stand. And here's the thing, with this script you're gonna wanna make sure all the ground objects, so in this case the cube, and I'm gonna make another one so it's not so boring. You wanna make sure all the surfaces the player stands on, you're gonna make sure that they are labeled, that they are in the same layer as the ground. So right there, yeah. And okay, we're gonna set this to ground. Okay, now the camera, we're gonna create another custom script. Again, links in the description. This is the FPS player camera on my side. Make sure your component has this exact same name, just like last time. You wanna create a new component, a script. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, copy the code. This is the camera controller. You want to copy this, and let's see, open this up, just delete everything and paste the code there. Again, remember, very important, the component name in the editor has to have the same name. Okay, so here for the player body, you're just gonna drag in the player game object, like the parent object. And now for mouse sensitivity, you can just play around with that value, change the values up a bit, see what works for you. Make sure you don't get any errors, and just hit play, and in theory it should work. There we go, we have a nice first-person character controller. Hope this was useful, and see you again on the next time.